Let me just tell you one thing: remote work, if you're not careful, you can become a sloth. You can become like you don't have clothes because you're just at home. So unaweza jipata tu like by this
Naingianga tu
sijakuwa
na
nikibai
t-shirt.
mango na short ama t-shirt with the same, like it can make you a sloth. So one thing that I do is when I wake up, me like I proactive, like ni kitu like nafanya because I know the side effects. So like I will wake up, I will just do cleaning. I'll clean the house. Then I do, like when I do my shopping, there are things I don't buy so that I can get out of the house. I just go etembea. Yeah.
Does remote job pay really well?
Yes, compared to
Yes. Thank you.
compared to this
It
our
pays
traditional
well.
job, it does pay well.
I'm also thinking you're saving on transport. Hii
Yes.
kuendaenda asubuhi traffic matatu sijui nini.
Saving on that. One of the best places you can never find remote work that I never realized is TikTok. TikTok. It's their
TikTok.
Yes. Right now where I work, I got it on TikTok.
Saseni mko fiti. It's another cold, chilly Wednesday. I hope by the time you're watching this, it won't be this cold. I hope it won't be raining. But I'm excited to be back. And I'm so excited because we have plus 1,000 new subscribers. Yeah! Guys, thank you so much for following this channel. I saw so much great feedback from the last few episodes I've done. The one I did with Mkuru, the one I did before with Susan Wanjiko. Yani, hapo kwa bio yangu nakuanga nimeandika just learning, a girl who is learning and unlearning. In this life, I believe we never stop learning. Every day, no matter which stage of life you're in, lazima utasoma kitu, lazima utafunzwa kitu. So it is how you choose to see that life. If you choose to see it like it's a bad day, then it's up to you. It's gonna be a bad day. If you choose to see it as what lesson am I being taught here, this very moment, what am I learning, then you'll be learning. So in life we learn and unlearn. Karibuni sana to my channel. I love people. I don't know much about life. Honestly, I'm just a student in this life. So I am learning. And if you want to learn with me, then you're in the right place. Okay? So weka notification bell yako on. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me everywhere. If we meet on the road, just say hi. Mi sikulangi watu. Just say hi. Alafu tuendelee kusoma. Hii life tunasoma. So today I have a guest. Nowadays I'm having guests and I'm having so many people reach out, which is so exciting. Yeah. The email is thecelestindinda. So reach out. I don't bite. So please reach out if you want to tell us something, to teach us something. My email is thecelestindinda@gmail.com. So a couple of months ago, I hosted a lady called Mercy. Let me share a small brief. The episode was about how she quit her toxic workplace and then looked for a remote job because anatuambia hata huko watu walikuwa najisusulia. I don't know if you know that word, peeing on themselves, because the environment was very toxic. So of course she quit and getting another job wasn't easy. And she was very sure that she wanted a remote job. And she knew also the terms. Yeah, alituambia kuna kazi alitafutiwa na baba yake akakataa 20k sijui for how many hours. And people were like, uliacha 20k. You see, the people who know what they want in this life. She was sure, I'd rather leave that 20k and stay in that bedroom and apply as many jobs as I can. Alituambia a number of emails alikuwa anatuma per day. Anafungua laptop anatuma, apply. And people were so interested in that episode. Like people are so interested in remote jobs. And that's why we have our guest today. Someone who's been in the remote world, in the remote space for a very long time. Forgive me, I'm a millennial. I know nothing about remote jobs. I know nothing. And that's why today I am going to be learning so much from our guest. So karibu sana, Douglas.
Wow, thank you so much.
Introduce. You know me, I know Douglas, and then I'm assuming. Introduce yourself.
Okay, so thank you for the invite. My name is Douglas. I'm also a millennial as well.
Oh,
And
okay. So it's
yes,
not about millennials not knowing remote jobs.
yeah, so
Okay.
those are some of the things you're going to talk about, that it's beyond the age, it's beyond whether you're Gen Z or millennial, that you can enter into the remote space.
How long have you been in the remote space?
This is my 4th year now.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay. Let me
Yeah.
just start by, as I've said, I know nothing.
Yeah.
I know nothing. And I know we are many. We know nothing about remote. But one thing that tumesikia huku nje, tell me if it's true or a lie, remote jobs ziko na freedom. Like, unaweza do whatever you want at any time. Like, we are shooting this at 10
Yeah.
on a Thursday.
Yeah.
You're from work?
Yes, I'm from work. I've just, at 4 a.m., I finished my shift.
4 a.m. Kenyan time.
Yes, 4 a.m. Kenyan time.
So you're supposed to be sleeping.
Yes, I'm supposed to be sleeping.
Haikuconfusingi?
I like how you started, which a lot of people say when you work remotely that you have you're very flexible.
Yeah.
But this is what I would say, that remote work actually exposes disciplined and undisciplined people. That's what I would say. That's the first thing. Because you work alone from home in your workstation, because in a traditional role, you'll go to an office and like your supervisor is watching you, other people are watching you. So
HR.
you kind of you kind of supervised. But when you work remotely, you are yourself. Okay, I know you have colleagues that you meet online, that you interact with online, but basically you're alone. Like, you motivate yourself, you organize yourself. So as much as you have time that it's kind of flexible, you still have to be a disciplined person to do remote work for a long time. That's something I've really found out. And you have to put structure to yourself, to your work, because it's easy to be caught up. Maybe you're a mother, for example, and you're working remotely, and so you're in your desk, and then your child is crying, mom, he wants your attention. Maybe you're cooking, you have your husband. So if you don't put structure to your work, you may end up not being effective, and in the long term it will show and you'll be offboarded.
Now, Douglas, please paint for me a picture
Yeah.
of remote. Like, nataka kujua ni Zoom, laptop, mnaonana wengi. Like, ebu paint for me a picture, because we know you sit at that corner with your laptop.
Yeah.
We don't know if you're having a meeting. Like, nichore hiyo picha venye inakaa.
So
A day
in the life of a remote worker.
Yes.
So there are different kind of remote jobs. There are remote jobs that are flexible, and there are remote jobs that are less flexible. For example, you can do your task in the morning before you can do your task outside your shift hours. So there are those that you can do outside your shift hours, and there are those that you can do within your shift hours. So basically, for example, when you get the job, you'll get a contract, and you'll know your working hours. So the working hours, most of the remote works, you work with employees in the US, in the UK, but most it's in the US, and their time zone is different from ours. So most of the time you're going to be working at night, Kenyan time, from let's say 3 p.m. going 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So let's say a typical day, I start my day at 6 p.m. So I log in.
6 p.m. umeingia kwa ofisi.
Yes, which is my laptop. So for me, by 5:55, like I told you, remote work exposes disciplined and undisciplined people. So for me, by 5:55, like, I've programmed myself. I've opened my laptop, and the people around me know I'm working. So when it comes to food, for example, someone has prepared food, Kenyan, jioni, around people eat 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So for me, they know this specific I'm working. So, and then I work from in my I have a desk in my room. So I close my room, so people know from this time to this time is working. So I start at 6. I open my laptop. In the job that I work with, it's something that I do. It's to hold myself accountable. I'll just email my boss, hey, I've started my shift. So if we have things that we are doing, you have to be proactive. Another skill, there's discipline, there's proactiveness. Like, in a traditional job, it's structured, And like I said, your supervisor can see you, but in a remote work, your
You
supervisor
don't know.
cannot see you.
Yeah.
So I always say be proactive with communication.
So your presence can be felt.
Yeah, so your presence can be felt. So that's how I start my day. I will greet my boss and I greet the people around me. So we have a group. So I'll greet when immediately I
Like
log in.
you've walked into an office.
Yes, that's how I see it. The way I'll log into an office, hey, I greet people, then I start my work. So I log in, I greet people. Then I have my duties that I'm going to do, my responsibilities clearly marked out. So I just start immediately. Because I've realized, if it's just something I've realized with my routine, that the first hours of working are for me the most important. The first 4-5 hours, like I lock in, because once midnight reaches,
Sleep.
yeah, you start to your mind starts to go down. So the first 4 hours I lock in, I do as much as I can, and like I said, proactive communication. So if I start at 6, by the time 12 reaches, I've done a big chunk of my work. So that's already 6. It's 12. So, and then we usually get 1 hour break. So I just log in the group again. I'll say I've gone for lunch. So in that 1 hour, that's when I will eat
Dinner.
I'll eat dinner. I will walk around. And then from 12 to 1, I've gone to dinner. Then 1 to 3. 1 to 3 now, just do some light work. There's not a lot, because most of the work I've done at the beginning of my shift. So by 3, I'm done. 3, 4. go to
Out
sleep.
here, I'm sorry, I'm representing the people who are out here,
No
who
problem.
we don't do remote jobs. We find it to be very glamorous, is it?
It is.
Because we hate working with, si ati we love all our supervisors, ama tunawapenda sisi wote, hatuwapendi, so tuna feel niko na ka freedom. So, and I agree, you need to be disciplined, but out here we all want to do remote jobs because we
Yeah.
don't want to small talk, we don't want to see sijui desk, sijui beshte yangu, sijui nini. Is it glamorous?
I would say the glamour in remote work comes with the fact that you have more time to do other things. There is geographical. You don't get to commute. So the hours you spend commuting, you get back those hours to yourself. So I would say that is the glamour of remote work. But you can also get a supervisor I know of friends of mine who've worked with people who are very difficult to work with. So that's still
remotely?
there. Yes.
Like virtually?
Yes. So you find that I have a friend who works with another company, and so it's an agency. They connect you with the client, and you get to work with them remotely. So you find that the agency they call them operation managers. So they're with you always. Like which is the word I can use?
So the supervision is felt.
With that company, yes, with that. So they supervise you. They every week you must submit what you're doing with your client. You must meet with the operations manager every week at the start of every week. So
Meet virtually.
yes, it's virtually, but they're always on your case. What are you doing? Like they're just on you.
Okay.
So there's also that part. I've also got people who have clients that they're just not nice people. They're just difficult. Like the way a supervisor can be difficult, or maybe an extreme perfectionist. So everything you do always being scrutinized.
Okay.
So, yeah.
2 things. You've mentioned remotely, mostly US and UK jobs.
Yes.
We don't have remote works that are local companies.
They are, but I said mostly. Most the ones that I've interacted with,
Okay.
they're from the US and the UK. But there are companies here in Kenya that hire remotely as well.
Oh, so meaning you don't get to step foot in the office.
Yes, you don't get to step foot in the office.
The second thing, you've mentioned there are some of these remote jobs that agencies sijui wanakutafutia client.
Yes.
How do we get these remote jobs? That's my question actually.
Okay, so I will say there are different ways.
Ama,
Yeah.
how was it for you
For me,
getting your first remote
For
job?
my first remote job.
Yes.
So, like we had spoken before I came to the podcast, I studied recreation. So So first of all, I studied something very different
In
from what
school?
I'm doing. Yes, in campus.
What did you study?
Recreation and sports management. So the reason why I've said what I studied is because I want to show people
Okay.
what you study does not determine whether you get a remote job or not. So the reason why I started off with an agency, and if someone is new to a remote role, I'll recommend them to start off with an agency. Why an agency? Because an agency will cover you. An agency will train you. Even though they act like middlemen, when the client will pay the agency, and then the agency will take a certain amount and pay you. But the thing about working with an agency is that it trains you, and it equips you, and it covers you.
When you say, sorry,
Yeah.
when you say an agency, you
Yeah.
mean there are agencies who look for people to work
Yes.
with. They link you with the remote jobs.
So they have a department that looks for clients, and then they have a department that looks for us as remote
worker.
workers. And then they train you, and then now they connect you with the client. Yes, but now you work for the agency.
Not the client.
Not the-
You don't
yes.
even know your client.
You actually know the client, but you are an employee of the agency because it's the agency
Yeah.
that pays you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you started first of all with an agency.
Yes, I started with an agency. And for example, the role that I have, I had zero knowledge or experience on it. But at that time, it's the agency. One thing people need to realize and need to take advantage of, Kenya. Like Kenya has started to become a hotspot for remote work for US clients and UK clients. So the agency, when I applied through the agency, a friend of mine forwarded to me the link. So I applied. And how I presented my CV is how I got the job. So I
But you
did two
didn't have a
interviews.
CV? Ama you gave the one for recreation?
I gave the CV of what I've done. That's what I gave.
Okay.
At that time, they were new in Kenya, so they were willing to take people who didn't have experience in that field. They were looking for people who have good communication. They were just looking at your work experience and whether you can work with, you have good communication, and whether you can work with a client, and how your interview is. That's what they were looking at. So they took me in and they trained me, and they connected me with a
Are
client.
you still with the agency? Ama now
Yes.
you're with the client
I'm still
directly?
I'm still with the agency, and now I have my own personal client. Yeah.
So remote jobs, you can do as many as possible.
Think of it like this. You have an 8 to 5 job, right?
Yes.
How many hours do you spend before you come to the job? Just before you arrive at the office at 8, how many hours does it take from
Like now,
from waking up to getting
here,
to the job?
to
Yes.
getting to this office of
Yes.
mine, I've spent almost 3 hours.
So you spend 3 hours preparing, waking
Yes.
up, you take
Gym,
breakfast.
yes.
That's part of you preparing to come to work.
Yes.
And how many hours does it take for you to leave here? Let's say when you leave here, you're going to meet your friend or you're going to go home. How many minutes or hours does it take
Say
in your
another
commuting?
say another 2 traffic, sijui nini.
Say 1 hour,
Yeah.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
So you find that you have, how many hours do you have?
Those are around 5 now.
And you're not working,
Yeah, I was just moving around.
but but it's related to your work.
Yes.
So imagine those hours. You're not now in remote work, those hours you have them. So it means you can do something, you can get a part-time client those hours. That's
So you have saved time that personally mimi were 8 to 5. We are not comparing, but the time that I spend moving around.
yes.
So you mean you can do more than one remote?
Yes, you can do more. And then, like I told you, when I start my shift from 6 to 12, like I leverage 6 to 12. So by the time one reaches my first job, I've already done a lot. So the part that is remaining is so small.
Let me ask, and maybe if you're not comfortable saying it's okay,
Yeah.
does remote job pay really well?
Yes, compared to
Yes.
yes,
Thank you.
compared to this
It
our
pays
traditional
well.
job,
Uh-huh.
it does pay well.
I'm also thinking you're saving on transport. Hii
Yes.
kuendaenda asubuhi traffic matatu sijui nini.
Saving on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You've told us one thing. You don't need to have the skills for that job. That was back then for you while you were starting.
Yes.
Is it still the same for me if I start now?
So I always say everything depends with time. You must be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
So for me, I was at the right place at the right time because it was a new company coming to Kenya, and they were willing to take beginners and train them, because right now that company doesn't take
Beginners.
like I've recommended a few of my friends, because I told them, me, I was a beginner. They've sent their CV and now they're being rejected because now the company has grown in Kenya and now they wanaringa. But so it's about you having your ears on the ground, because I like I've said, Kenya
Kenya
right
is
now
becoming a hotspot.
is becoming in Africa, because in Africa, South Africa is like, when I search for remote work, South Africa, like most companies, South Africa. So, but Kenya, I've started seeing South Africa, Kenya, South Africa, Kenya, South Africa, Kenya.
Why are you searching for these remote jobs? Like ni wapi tunaweza tafuta sisi wenye tuna watch? Because I saw someone kwa comment ya Masi say per week almost 900 CVs sent out. Like, okay, maybe forgive me, maybe I'm being ignorant ama nini, but I'm thinking someone sending out 900 CVs.
Yeah,
First of all, the dedication,
yeah.
and also ni zeal ama ni grit ama ni nini. Me, I'm getting tired by 10. by 10 hakuna feedback. Ndatoka nikatafute saa kibarua uko nje.
So, like I said, it's about being at the right place at the right time with the right information. It's not so much about sending so many CVs. It's about sending so many CVs to the right places. Because you can send so many CVs, but it's about sending the CVs strategically. That's what I would say. So, one of the best places you can never find remote work that I never realized is TikTok. TikTok. It's their
TikTok.
Yes. Right now where I work, I got it on TikTok. So, yes, TikTok. A friend of mine forwarded the like
And
I
you
told
don't mean comment section?
No, they are influencers. They're certain, though, like I said, it's not about sending. It's about sending in the right place.
Time, being at the right place at the right time. Yeah.
So I would say in your FYP, your TikTok page, flood it with remote work. You see the way you can program your
curate your content.
Curate it with remote work. It's just remote work for Africans, remote work for Kenyans. And so over time, you'll just see influencers just showing up. Hey, are you in Africa looking for remote work? Go to this site. And there are so many. But also there are people
scammers.
That's another thing I wanted to tell you. There are also scammers. But over time, I've come to know, when I just look at someone's page, I can know this is
a genuine.
Not even a scammer. There are people who it's baiting you so that you can subscribe to their course, which they sell. Like I know of someone, she's very, I've seen she has a big following on TikTok. So she's asking people to pay 20,000 for, I think, a 1 month or 2 month course.
20,000 Kenya shillings or dollars?
Kenya shillings. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's what? A lot.
For what?
For her class,
on remote work.
Yes. So, and then there are different niches of remote work. So the niche that she trains on, it's becoming very popular. So I was like, 20K. And then I knew this. You just know and then the way TikTok they will put music and then create a video. They're seated with a laptop.
Yeah, AI.
They're baiting you.
Yeah.
They're baiting you. So something to look at.
Yeah, but you've said on TikTok.
Yes.
We just need to be
TikTok,
smart.
On Reddit.
Reddit yes. Is like a platform or an app?
It's a platform where they have groups. So you can just search virtual assistant Africa, virtual assistant agencies. And you can just search virtual assistant agencies and they will give you, even TikTok, virtual assistant agencies that hire Africans. And just over time, curate your TikTok. And when you see someone say a website, go look at it. And then also go look at it on LinkedIn as well. Don't just look at it on the website. LinkedIn as well. Look, what are people saying? Go to Reddit is another good place where you can find reviews where people talk about certain companies. So you say this, for me, I find Reddit better than Glassdoor when I'm looking for reviews for a remote company. So you get to know whether this company is legit. People tell the experiences over there.
How much are you able now to negotiate for your payment?
So For me or for me?
No, like
Or
now,
where
if you were to advise someone,
someone.
because now you said, I got it from TikTok, I confirmed it's legit. Now,
Yeah.
how do I start even bargaining for my pay?
So the pay is already mentioned.
Fixed.
Yes, it's already mentioned. So it depends on the company. There are some companies, after 1 year, they increase your rate. After one, they do an assessment, they review you. If you pass, they increase your rate. The other companies that it is fixed. So it just depends.
So your contract has even a timeline. You're here for a year.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
so you know you're fixed to this job for a year.
Yes. I would say, you see the way traditional work, when I
Yes,
used to work,
us, traditional workers.
when I used to work my traditional job, we used to be told, fika job, fanya kazi yako, weenda home. Kenye kitu imekuleta hapo,
Fanya
achana na siasa
uondoke.
mob, uondoke. But you have to have a different shift when you work remotely. You have to realize that, I don't know why it's like that. When you can get someone can hire you, and then over time, work reduces. And when work reduces, I've seen it happen to some of my friends. When work reduces, then when the boss, the CEO, is reviewing the company's finances, they realize
We
they're
don't
paying
need.
you a lot, and the work you do, they can delegate it to someone else. So for remote work, I always say, usiende ufanye kazi utoke. Ati fanya kazi yako uende. I say for remote work, go above and beyond.
Proactive.
Be proactive. Like when you're given a task, for example, even for me, how I've been able to maintain the job I have, I started with a certain task. I became better at it, and the more you do it, the more you become better at it. I look for other things that I can do. The reason why I did that is because I also wanted to increase my skills. Because in the space of remote work, it's your skills that will sell you. I look at remote work not as a job, but as a service I am offering. So the more, the better the services you have, or the more services you have, the more clients you'll able to attract. So for me, I look at it that way.
In short, if you are lazy, there you will not make it.
Over time, you will not.
We will catch up with your
It
lies.
it will catch up, and then to just catch up, and then you know that it will just catch up. That's what I'll simply say. It will catch up with you.
Question: You've compared that to traditional work.
Yeah.
How has it affected you in your life?
In my life, remote workers, I don't know why when I was in a traditional job I was not very disciplined for some reason.
Because you waited for someone to come and say, kwani hujafanya hii? I think also knowing that someone will check on me, sitafanya.
Yeah. But for remote work, I've brought more discipline into my work, I've focused more on, in my traditional job I will focus more on, acha nikuje job, nichape tu job niende, ama tapata aje job ingine. But for me right now, the focus is on, hey, how can I skill up? How can I become better? How can I attract even more high-end clients? So I look at what skills can I learn? How can I become better so that I can attract even more high-end clients? Because the potential is there to get, a lot of cash. The potential is there.
Is it lonely? Does it ever get lonely?
Now that's the downside of remote work. It does get lonely. It does.
Because kwa ofisi tutachapa story, tutabanta.
Yeah. It gets lonely.
Also, when you're stuck with something, I want to
Yeah.
turn to my neighbor here and ask.
Yeah, it does. So one thing I think, and then I realized it's like a habit I adopted. I would make calls. Like I could call someone for hours.
In the same work?
No, just my friend while I'm working.
Okay.
So I realized, later I realized, hey, by the way, time now working me calling watu, don't realize. It is a mechanism I think I developed so that I can.
And sasa kama sahii unafaa kuwa umelala
Yeah.
na niko na function saa tu,
Yeah.
unajipata ukisema utaki kwenda family gatherings because now I need to sleep because at night
I'm
you work
working
on Sundays as well?
No, just Monday to Friday. Yeah. So I would say zinakwanga tu. So I would say the same way traditional job iko na challenges zake, but we still manage to
Yeah.
go around them and still get to work. It's the same way remote job has its own challenges. So you just get to understand, this is my work, this is my job, these are the challenges I have, and how can I go around them. Yeah.
Now that you've mentioned TikTok, actually I'll go and change my algorithm as well, hata
Yes.
mimi.
Yeah.
But you see, all of us, we want cause the glamorous side of it, hiyo kutokosa kuamka kwenda ofisi. By then, do you dress up?
That's another thing. Oh,
Ama you go with pajamas.
let me just tell you one thing. Remote work, if you're not careful, you can become a sloth. You can become like you don't have clothes because you're just at home. So unaweza jipata tu like, hey, by this sijakuwa nikiba hii mango na short ama t-shirt with the same, like it can make you a sloth. So one thing that I do is when I wake up, me like I proactive, like ni kitu like nafanya because I know the side effects. So like I will wake up, I will just do cleaning. I'll clean the house. Then I do, like when I do my shopping, there are things I don't buy so that I can get out of the house. I just go etembea, the sun inichape, because sometimes Monday to Friday unaweza kaa kwa nyumba,
jua uioni,
utaona saa ngapi. Let's say for example you work from 6 to 4. You know you're not going to sleep immediately, by the way. Once you start working remotely, your sleeping patterns are zimeharibika.
Yeah.
So at 4 to 6 browse, then ulale 6
na makelele ishaanza huko nje.
Okay, saa ulale 6, utaamka saa ngapi? 7 hours, umeamka 1. So usipochunga utaamka ukae tena kwa bed, uzembe. Yeah, so for me that's something I proactively do. Like it also releases, there's a way I think I saw a video, when the small tasks you do at home, cleaning, washing, making your bed, arranging your clothes, there's a way it releases, I don't know, it's which hormone that just, it's a feel-good hormone.
Dopamine.
Yes, it's a feel-good hormone. So I do it, that's part of
so
something
you're saying kuna mse downside yake amekuwa tu.
I know someone.
Guy, kikombe ya kahawa itokangi pale pale. Laptop, kikombe ya kahawa, lala amka. Laptop, kikombe ya kahawa, lala amka. It's okay, you're making good money, but
I know someone.
Lifestyle.
I know someone who nikamwambia, hey. So I went to stay. Sometimes co-working is good if you can create a community.
Oh, with the remote workers.
Yeah, the remote workers. So I decided to go to visit them a week. We just were co-working. So alikuwa always in the bedroom. Nikamwambia, si tutoke, si tufanye tu clean hao yako, si tutoke tuende to buy tu food, saa ni kuchape, ukatu huko nje saa ni kuchape, because ako tu always kwa phone.
Jesus.
Watu wata interact nao na atawapigia tu simu, hata unaweza kosa kukula, by the way.
So if you're not careful, you can even lose yourself.
You can lose yourself. And I know if someone akianza alikuwa kana depression because alikuwa anaona ako tu home, anakana thoughts, you sit with your thoughts. Maybe yes, you're earning good money, but maybe you have a certain challenge that you're going through. Maybe you're having a challenge with your health, having a challenge with your relationships. So if you're not careful, unaweza kwa sloth and depressive. That's the side no one talks about.
Now that's the world that we don't know.
Yes. Once you get there, don't realize, wow,
how did I get here?
Yeah, but it's just like I said, knowing the challenges that it comes with and just walking around it.
How is it for your family?
Yeah.
For them, did they embrace it at first? Atu anafanyanga kazi kwa laptop usiku?
So, for me, I've always been different. And my parents in Kawalizoya, first of all, campus nilifanya recreation and sports management. They were like, what is that? So change ufanye education. So just from the start.
Na recreational sports ni easy for fun?
Yes, you need recreation, tennis, swimming,
cycling,
cricket.
For fun too? Not even for competition, ama what do you mean by recreational?
So it's basically you become, then, for example, right now malls have bowling alley.
Yes, yeah.
They have trampoline park. So you can help in the running of recreation facilities. Like that facility can help in the running. Hotels nowadays have recreation. They have tennis court. So that's the area I was studying. So, but my parents, just from the right go, they didn't see that as something someone can do. So I've always kind of disappointed my parents. But I've always, the thing is, there will always be doubters. People will say, what's that you're doing? So how do you prove them wrong? By producing results. By showing them, look, I'm working remotely. I'm sending you cash at the end of the
I'm
month.
okay.
Naji sustain. I have this project that I'm running. So wananyamaza. So wananyamaza tu, watafanya nini?
Wanasema tu akifungua laptop anaingianga hapo
Yeah.
anafanya mambo yake.
They've just accepted it.
Did you stop, do you still do the recreational part time ama hiyo uliachana nayo?
Hiyo niliachana nayo, but I do go for out. That's something as well that I do on Saturdays and Sundays. Hiking, swimming, just some of the things I put, the structures I've put around my life to just break the monotony. Like for me on Friday, once I close the laptop, I don't open it. Like I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to see it until Monday in the evening.
Sasa na Kenya Power Douglas huku Kenya,
Yeah.
nini ufanyika ile usiku kumenyesha wakaanua stima na ndo umefungua ukasalimiana, hi guys. What happens?
Like I said, it's in every work, it's you knowing the challenge. Once you know the challenge, you work around it. So, for example, when I started, I didn't start with a very powerful laptop. So I have a sister who lives near where I live. So she's like 20, 30 minutes away. So I'll tell her. So when I started the remote work, I talked to her. I told her, if the lights go, I'm going to be calling you. So if the lights are in your place, whatever time I call you, please just
Oh my God.
please just talk to if you can talk to your family, your husband, which he is a good friend of mine. We have a good relationship. And my sister told talk to the husband.
I come.
And they agreed. So anytime when I started, anytime lights go off, I think it went off like twice before I upgraded my laptop. So I will go just to my sister's place.
Usiku wa manane?
Yes. I think, no, the usiku shaipotea ni 11. Potea 11.
You move, you change stations quick fast.
But once I now started earning, the first thing is I saved for a laptop. So there are laptops that stay up to 16 hours.
Okay.
So I always do like this. Once I finish my shift, I plug in my laptop on the power. So by the time I start the shift in the evening, my laptop is full. So whatever happens, plus I have my own laptop as well. So I have 2 laptops. So whatever happens, I'm good.
And you don't need to have your camera on, so you can still work in darkness.
You can camera unless you have a meeting, and of course the meetings are scheduled. You can, and very rarely have I had impromptu meetings. So if the meetings are scheduled, you work around it. Like you look for lights. Then there are hotels. I mean, Kenya Power ikipotea kuna hotels kuna magenerator. But kama last year, the power was very good. Like Kenya Power ama ni area yetu wako sawa. Like
si tunaona wakitusumbua.
Like when you called me to come for the podcast, I was in Uganda. I was visiting. I have another sister who lives in Uganda. The power there is terrible. Like I was just ensuring my laptop is fully charged.
Oh wait, your work does not stop you from traveling?
It does not.
As long as you have your laptop.
As long as you have your laptop.
So we ungojei Christmas ati usafiri?
I stayed there for like 3 weeks. Don Karudi.
Wait, as long as you have your laptop anywhere.
Anywhere.
Okay, do you have leave days?
Now, this is another challenge.
Because why do you need leave days if you can travel anytime and work from anywhere?
Now this is another challenge with remote work. Most, not all, but most, you're an independent contractor. So that means you don't get the benefit of, you don't pay tax. Maybe probably I should not have said that, but Ruto may be coming for us.
Oh, wait.
So you don't pay tax. You don't get medical insurance. Very few provide, very few.
You're just like a freelancer.
That's why I told you.
As we pay tax.
That's why I told you. You're selling services. That's how I see it. So when you get your contract, most companies, the first year of your contract, they give you very few leave days. And then it grows the more you stay.
Oh, so you have leave days?
Yes.
So like leave nights now, in short, in your case?
Nights.
Because the days you have them by yourself.
By myself.
Okay. Then you have just to plan kama ni medical cover ntajipanga aje.
Yeah, hujipange. Yeah.
Oh, kama ni as long as you travel na ukienda mahali hakuna stima, shauri yako.
Ni wetu you're always planning.
I see why you're saying you need to be disciplined.
Invest in a good laptop. They're good MacBooks. They're very good laptops. Go do your research. Get a good that has a lot of power. At least have two laptops at least. Just thinking. And then I was watching a certain video on TikTok, or was it Instagram, that when you're working remotely and then your cup of coffee is there, like you just like, what if it pours on my laptop? So you just need discipline.
Like hizo ndo hazardous.
Like
Ikimwagikia laptop unadu.
that's why you should have at least two. Ndo moja ikiharibika, at least kuna ingine as you fix the other.
Like you need a laptop 24/7. You cannot use your phone?
Can you use your phone? No. Depends, like I said, but most remote works, I'm thinking you need the laptop to work on.
And you also need to be ICT conversant, sindio? Kama ni laptop, si lazima ukuwe tuna hiyo skill moja.
Well, you see, there are different types of remote works. There's the tech people who are in tech, which is the highest paying remote roles.
Those are the people downtime, sijui nini,
Au si wa nini, software engineering, sijui coding, sijui nini.
Imeenda sijui chini, amkeni mtengeneze, muamshe.
So those are the most if you want to get a lot of money, go there.
A lot of money ni kama ngapi?
Like,
niambie naweza enroll size software.
Like an average of $1,500 to $2,500 per month for a tech nini.
Meaning like
remote workers.
Like a very startup. Nikianza sasa remote job. Naweza anzia na salo kama ya how much? So
that's thing. Ina depend. But I'll just give an estimate. Because ina depend, mingesema hivyo. Na the company, how you got the job. Did you get a direct client? Did you get through an agency? Did you get through Upwork? So they all have different rates. But the list that I have seen even being advertised it was amounting to 60K Kenya shillings. That's the list.
What?
Yeah. That's like...
For a startup, like for someone who's just from TikTok, then I seen it, then it's legit, then I'm starting tomorrow.
That's the list I've seen. Like
Guys. That's good money.
It is. And with the remote work, there's also, like I said, it reveals a disciplined and undisciplined person.
Yeah.
Once you know that you have a contract, you realize that you have to use your money well. So you, like the simple things, frugality, live below your means. Like if you are, like I think you want to live below your means, save, invest.
Actually, hapo sasa ndo utaanza kuspend because I'm not paying bus fare, so now I can afford this. Ni 60K, unaenda kurent 30K. You know, that's how now we start reasoning.
So usireason because so ukianza remote work usireason hivyo. You just, this is just my own personal opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately. So ukisikia umepewa 60K ukalipe 55K juu ulipi matatu. What can we do? But that's good money. I think now I understand why everyone, and I began by saying millennials, but it's because I've seen so many Gen Zs.
I'm a millennial like you.
But nimeona Gen Zs wengi ndo wako so interested in remote works.
Like, most ni Gen Zs. That's something, okay, nili realize there are a lot of Gen Zs, but
But are they disciplined? Are you disciplined?
They're actually kind of disciplined.
I hope they are. I hope.
So it doesn't matter the age. Like you can start remote work. It doesn't matter.
Boomers wataweza meme Douglas.
Boomers
wataweza remote work kweli.
You know, like the basic skill, kuna different types of remote work, like I've said. But the basic remote work, I believe as long as you can open your laptop, you know how to research on the internet. The fact that you came to watch this video on YouTube just tells a lot about your tech skills. Like you don't have to be tech. That's another thing, misconception.
Tech savvy.
Okay, you have to be tech savvy, but you have to be tech savvy, of course. But it's not like intense.
It's not like you're doing the software part.
Those are for tech VAs.
Yeah.
But for just normal remote workers, like you can be an administrative assistant. What does that take? You need to know how to use Gmail, how to research,
How to plan.
how to use Google Workspace. I believe those people. So that's, if you can start from there and then build your skills.
So sa kama sahi form 4s wako home,
Yeah.
walimaliza shule,
Yeah.
can they apply for remote works?
Yes, they can apply. Of course, you have to be 18 and above. But the question is, yes, they can. But the question is, do they have the capacity? It's not so much about having a degree, having a diploma. It's about, do you have the capacity to, number one, handle the role, and number two, how you sell yourself to your next boss or CEO. Because you can have the papers, but you don't know how to sell yourself. So someone with less papers can get the job. So it's about capacity and how you're able to sell yourself. So in my head, a Form 4 can, but when I look at the Form 4s around me, do they have the capacity to think? Yeah, so that's where for me they will fall short. Can they actually appear on a Zoom for an interview and be able to sell themselves? What work experience are they selling?
But then
Start
we
from
have
there.
someone who completed Form 4, who didn't
Yeah.
go to university, who
Yeah.
has a certificate in something,
Yeah.
who's been out here tamacking and doing all this. That person can now.
That person can. Again, like I said, does he have the capacity? That's number one. And number two, how he's going to sell himself with the work experience. For me, what I've learned, the most important thing is your work experience and how you sell. You see, it's like you're a performer when you're in an interview. You're selling yourself, your skills. And the thing I like about foreigners, US clients and UK clients, they don't look at your papers a lot most of the time. They look at your work experience, and they look at you when you're in the interview. The way you're able to articulate and present yourself. That is the most important thing. The rest, maybe they will separate you from. Let's say the two of you are great, have wowed the client. Maybe now certification is what will
matter.
Eh? But if you can wow your client without the certification, you will get the job. Because most of these people invest in, they actually train you. They love training people. That's something I've also realized. Yeah.
So some of these works, which are some of these jobs, remote jobs? Tunajua hii virtual assistant. Zingine ni gani? Tunajuanga, nimesikia tu hiyo.
So like I said, they are tech VAs, virtual assistant. So virtual assistant is a general word.
Oh.
It's a very general word. So kuna mtu wa tech, nimesema, hizo mambo ya UI UX, front end, back end. So a company can hire someone to do those things. Watu wanazifanyanga ndo wanazijua. So they are tech VAs. And then I want you to think for example, let's say this is a business, you're having a podcast. So they're startups mostly in the US. That's where most remote work comes from. Startups the reason why they hire in Africa is because it's actually cheaper. The money I've mentioned, it is cheaper for them than when they hire from their own country. So most startups hire people to help with administrative work. That's the basic remote role that I believe if you're tech savvy a little bit, you can get administrative work. So there's also an executive assistant. An administrative assistant is kind of different from an executive assistant. An executive assistant will manage the client's calendar, inbox, book travel, and any other work that they assigned. So tech, remote workers, executive assistant, administrative assistant. We also have, there's a lot of startups, online businesses that use Shopify and Amazon, and they need people. Most startups, they need people to help them in managing. For example, let's say you're an American, you're running a podcast, maybe you have other things you're doing, and then you also have a shop. You need someone to help you in the running of that shop. So that's another niche that is very very common. E-commerce, it's called
So
the
I am
e-commerce.
running the shop
Let's-
while here.
For example, let's say, I'm just giving, let's
Yeah.
say you're an American, you have a shop and you need people to assist you with. So an e-commerce virtual assistant works with Shopify and Amazon. You work at the back end, fulfilling orders, reaching out to customers. So it's very common. We also have medical. That's another thing that is coming up a lot. A medical, so we work with a doctor. So you find that most of these, not big hospitals, clinics, a chiropractor can have their own clinic and maybe they're having like 200 customers in a month, 100 customers in a month. They need someone who can assist them with administrative functions. So you can work with a medical personnel. There's also, so that they are called medical virtual assistants. There's also, what have I mentioned? Yeah. And then there are just basically podcasters that get a lot of emails, interact with a lot of clients. So they need someone to help them manage their YouTube channel. They need people. I call them creative virtual assistant, video editors, graphic designers. For example, let's say if there's a podcast in the US is looking for, they have a podcast, so they need someone to edit the videos, to do a bit of graphic design and a bit of administrative roles.
So what I'm getting there, all these jobs, zote ziko.
Even for someone who's done sports, there's an interview I did. So it's a tennis company. They run a tennis tournament. They have a tennis court. They run a tournament, and so people usually book. People usually send questions via email. So they needed someone the owner needed someone who'll assist them in running that business, but virtually. So you access the emails, you reply to customers, you schedule the clients. All that is done virtually.
Okay. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's real lawyers. There's another company I know.
Lawyers.
Yes, they specialize with lawyers. It's called legal virtual assistant. You can Google all this. A legal. So most are startups. So the cost of hiring someone from the US is high. So they just look for a remote worker. So you're just assigned duties remotely and you deliver, you get paid at the end of the month. Then finally, real estate as well. Another niche that.
Okay. I think I also didn't know about all those. I don't know why I knew only of tech and the customer care.
Customer service.
Yeah, customer service and all.
You're paid in dollars. Of course, if it's
They sent you
US,
M-Pesa.
i-
Hawakuconverti na rate mbaya.
rates are ni 130, 128.
How does the money get to you?
So it depends. It can come to your bank, can come to your M-Pesa.
Oh.
Just depends on the arrangement you make with the company. Then for certification, I would recommend ALX, recommend Coursera. Those are the two that I know. But don't rely so much on the certification. The certification is good because it helps, it opens your eyes. It opens your eyes, that's what I'll say. But you need to just do extra, just personal learning, things you have to learn on your own, extra things as well.
So now that you are not in this field, after you joined this field, you've done personal learning, a lot of these things.
So I did the ALX.
Oh.
And I've also done just a few courses. I've done training in Excel because I work with Excel a lot, with macros, the formulas. Yeah. And then finally, whoever gets this will be ahead. AI, something called AI automations. That is then where we're going to. Like, companies are using AI right now to automate their processes. And so it's really it's something that is coming up. So if you can learn AI automations, you can be a hotcake for. Imagine you learning automations and telling an employer, I can automate a big part of your process. Instead of you doing manually, I can automate it. So just instead of it manually done, it's done by AI, and you are the one who's doing the programming.
Wow. Okay. I love that you've mentioned AI, because our last week's guest was a woman in tech, and she told us that we need to embrace it. We need to learn how we can work with AI, because there's no way we are going to. If you choose you don't want AI, then
You'll be left behind.
you'll be left there.
A friend of mine was telling me, which I think it's very good advice. Whatever you are doing, go ask yourself, how does AI, what are the new AI developments in whatever field you are? Then go and learn it. You're already ahead of the others. Because
In
now,
whatever field you are.
whatever field you are, go check how can AI be incorporated. Because right now, for example, a graphic designer, there are AIs that are coming up that can actually do the design. So you need to go learn it and know how to use it. So if you do that, let's say we have two CVs. One person is a traditional graphic designer. The other one is a traditional graphic designer,
with
but
AI.
they've learned a bit of AI. Who will you pick? I mean, even data analysts, another field, tech VAs. One data analyst is good with traditional, but the other one, yes, I'm good with traditional, but I know how to incorporate AI when it comes to data analysis. So who will be picked?
Yeah, the one with AI, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you've given us enough encouragement for those who are willing to start. The only problem with us as human beings and as Kenyans, tunataka shortcut. Tunataka your remote job,
Yeah.
but we won't be disciplined.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
We just want the freedom
The freedom to
of
just
time. I can tell you this for free. Tunaitaka ndio, nikisikia leo nisioshe nyumba, nisioshe vyombo, nisiende, nafungua laptop na nalala hapo kando.
I'm even lost for words.
That's what we want. Like, let us call a spade a spade.
A spade.
Yeah, because the money, we want the money,
Yeah.
and we want it soft, and we want it easy. The reason why we are rushing to remote jobs, it's because tumesikia haufai kuamka kwenda job. So we are looking at the money and the time and the freedom. Unfortunately, if you're not disciplined, it a reveal too with time.
Over time utapata like I said, there are different remote jobs. There are remote jobs that are structured. Like your employer has given you structured work. And then there are those that he can give you a job, a paid deadline, like you can do it anytime. Those ones are the ones I can say that are very dangerous. Because you can, in my opinion, you can like say, I don't need to do this today. So jipate tu you just uko Netflix, uko season sijui what episode gani.
Kai.
And then it catches up on you. Unajua, hey, wait, hii kitu sijafanya. And then maybe one day your boss asks you, how far with this? And then maybe your document ukiclick inahitaji permission, huku umepewa permission.
Aya, na unataka kuifanya leo
Na
Guy,
ulikuwa mwambia ati nimeanza. So
Guy, also tech is very, huwezi idanganya sana. That's the thing, huwezi udanganyana sana kwa tech. Kama hiyo ya permission, ati I had started.
And then unakuja hapo, it's
ama alikuwa aone side, ukidownload angeonea side yake it has been downloaded, na wewe unasema uli download na hauku download.
So those types of remote jobs are those ones you can.
Do they rate you somewhere? Like if I spoil my CV here, kuna venye rating inaweza ni affect nikienda kwingine?
The another thing, watajuaje?
Like hawana space wao communicate, like ni kama
let's say company
kwa email.
I mean, how would the referees ndo nawapea? That's what I would say.
It's an interesting world for sure.
Are
we ready as Kenyans? Maybe we are. Maybe 60, 40, 70.
Like nikiangalia Kenyan market, the people are actually like leveling
embracing
up. And last, like I told you, companies are starting to look at Kenya as a place where they can come and look for remote workers.
So I can still do 8 to 5 and still do remote work?
I know someone who does that. It is hectic. That's one thing I'll tell you. But I know, and she's a single mother. So she has an office job. and in the evening she comes to the
People are
remote work.
working
Yeah.
hard out
Though
here.
the remote work is part-time, but still 4-5 hours of your time after work, after your 8 to 5.
Wow.
Yeah. So in fact, she's the one who inspired me. Like, I worked with her. I'm like, how do you do it? Me, she inspired me to learn that I can stretch myself. I didn't know, like, I can handle 2 people. I was like, hey, kwanza wa kwanza. I was even taking up more tasks because I really wanted to learn when I started. I really wanted to skill up. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know so much, a good thing,
It
which I did.
pays. Yeah.
But that's when I learned you can actually do much more. if you
So
push yourself.
anaamka, anapigana na traffic,
Yes.
anaenda kazi,
Yes.
anarudi jioni.
Yes. Aanze tena hiyo ingine. It's just a few hours though, because it's part time.
Also, I think you must be very good at planning your time for you to do all those things.
Yeah, hata nanemanga akifika hivi home analala because it has how shift is very weird. She starts at 12 to 4.
Midnight.
Yes. So she sleeps. Akifika tu hivi home analala.
Kai.
Then she wakes up at 12. The first 2 hours anafanya kazi intense. And then so the next 2 hours those akiwork.
Then anaamka 6 anaingia job ile ingine.
I don't know now hiyo job ingine anaanza when, but I'm assuming around 6-7.
Wow.
Yeah. And she, like, true story, she does it and she's been doing it for, I've known her for almost 2 years. And she's been doing it for the last 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I know another person who has 3 clients. Like, these are not stories. Like, these are people I know. You know, the world of remote, there's a lot of rumor mongering. Like, hey, I work remotely. Kumbe someone is just doing some fishy thing.
Bitcoin and crypto and at night. Just say it. They tell us they work from home, but we can see they're just doing some. We are talking about the real remote jobs.
Yeah. So for me, those are people that I look up, I'm like, wow. Those are the people that, again, I always say, there's this phrase, whatever you become, whatever you look at.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, put in front of you, whether it's in your phone or the people around you, look at the people you want to be. Just, there's something about looking, because the more you look, the more you become. So these are the people I've looked at and say, oh, I work remotely. And she's a lady, she's a mom. Me, I'm not here. She's a single mother, she's doing all that. And me, I'm here. No. So if she can do it,
then you can also
then
do
I
it.
can also do it. So those are some of the things that have also given me the endurance. Just having that community and seeing people do it, and it's legit work. It's not, like you said, Bitcoin. And just seeing that, it gives you a picture. And then now the more you look, the more you become.
Wow. And here we are saying, we all have 12, 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your 24 hours? Kuna mtu analala masaa ngapi? Anaamka, anakazana.
You see,
wow.
The problem of once you interact with the people from, even the people who go to US, unasikianga story gani? Huko they work. And you know they are paid even more than us. Although yes, and your expenses
yeah,
more.
needs go high, but they work.
And they get, So you find that we need to have a mindset shift and realize that people in first world countries who live in, you can say, in better conditions, kind of like than us, they push themselves. They work an average. China is a first world country, but look at how on average how many people work. They work 10 hours. So say just planning yourself and realizing that you can do more. Like the stories I've told you are stories of people that I know that are doing legit things, and they're stretching them, and they're doing it. In fact, all of these people are ladies. So
yeah, girl power. Wow. Okay, I'd love to host one. Yeah, because I love it when, the way you've said, if you see someone who is doing it, you're also motivated and encouraged. If she's doing it, then I can also do it. Because if she wanted, angeshinda akisema woye, I'm a single parent, woye, my baby siezi amka usiku. If you woye there, then what? The woye will not help you, unfortunately. You need to see, this is my situation, then you face it head on. Is it waking up at 12 and working for another 4 hours, then going to work? You're the only person who can save yourself, unfortunately. Yeah. Douglas, parting shot for that person mwenye umewambia ukweli, umewadunga ukweli.
Yeah.
They really wanted you to tell them it's a good world, come. It is a good world, it is not a bad world, but you've heard you must put in the work. Hakuna shortcut. Uende remote, uende traditional, uende sijui wapi for 2 hours, sijui working smart. Hata huyo wa bitcoin atakwambia hakuna shortcut, as much as atakudanganya ati kama I teach you how to trade. No, all these things need hard work. They need you to, you have to be disciplined. Some things will just show out. You have to be ready to put in the work, no matter where you are, traditional, remote, at home, anywhere. So parting shot for that person who is really sending out CVs every day on TikTok. Algorithm yake iko hivyo for the last 3 months, najaipata kazi, but ako sure anataka remote job. Ameenda hiyo site umesema, ashakimbia, asha search, ashatuma, but maybe they are giving up, ama maybe just give them a word of encouragement. That's all I can say.
I'd say I'll look at it. My parting shot will come from a very different angle. I'd say it's about the mindset. It's you, first of all, having the conviction and the confidence and the belief that you can get a remote job. And then once you have that conviction and belief, it's about not having a victim mindset. I'm a mother, like the way we've spoken, you have given me so much. Someone can say, hey, what about lights? What about this? Like, don't give yourselves reasons why you can't. I always say, you first believe, you have the confidence and the conviction, the mindset, and then again, when it comes to mindset, the growth mindset, having the mindset that you can learn, like your brain has the ability to learn. So you may not know something, but you can learn it. Once you say you can learn it, it changes, it shifts. And then, like we said, put your ear on the ground. And there's this concept. If, for example, you start saying red car,
you'll see red car.
You'll see red car. Yeah. So in your mind, like I said, start shifting your mind, and as you're looking for a remote work, it will show up. It will show up in the TikTok algorithms, and then your CV as well. How you present yourself is so important. Work on how you present because that's the thing that sells you. It is your CV actually. So ensure that you've curated your CV very well. Don't use the same CV. Tweak it. You have ChatGPT. We're in the age of AI. Use ChatGPT. Tweak your CV.
Oh, even if you're sending to the 10 people a day.
Tweak your CV. That's another reason. Like your CV, look at the job description. Look at your work experience, and tell yourself, how can I tell the story of my work experience to appear in a way that it fits this role? There are words that you can change. You can adjust with the help of AI. You can adjust because that's what sells you. And send out your CV. And like I said, you keep sending and having that belief that you're going to get it. And it may take time, but you just keep sending and having that belief it will happen. When you get discouraged, remember this interview, that you've seen someone who was 2 feet like you, who was 2 eyes like you, who's grown up in Kenya like you, was able to get a remote job without going to US. So have that picture of us.
Who is being paid in dollars.
While
in a house in Kenya.
With a client in Los Angeles. So have that picture in mind that if it's possible for them, it can be possible for me. So when you get discouraged, have this picture, this studio. Screenshot this, put it in your vision board, and say, even me one day, I would tell the story of how I get a remote work. Yeah, so that's my parting shot.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Douglas. When I started this episode, I was saying, I'm a millennial, I know nothing. I'm surprised to see that my fellow millennial has been in the remote world for 4 years. So even me, I'm inspired. I'm like, okay, even me, I can go and learn something to do with content creation na remote work. Haujui kama saa wanataka content creator wa remote. Uko. Ni kujange hapa Jeff, tunafanya client episodes za mse yako. You know, it's not impossible. Like, it can be done, right?
There are podcasters that look for people like executive assistants.
You see?
I mean, you have the experience.
You see?
So
You see? You see? And Susan told us very well, all you need to do is find another source of income. Like usitosheke na ile uko nayo, because we have all these things that need to be met, all these needs that, so find another source of income where you are. What else can you do to get more? Another coin. Hivyo tu. So thank you so much, Douglas.
Thank you.
Honestly, asante sana. After here, I'm going to work on my algorithm. Nitafute, nibadilishe mpaka, maybe one day I'll tell you my story as well on how after hosting you, I also became a remote worker.
Yay.
You never know.
Yay.
But thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope the episode was helpful to some of you. Na kama imekusaidia, please leave a comment, leave a like, put the notification bell on. And yeah, see you next week for our next episode. Until then, it's a bye-bye from me and Douglas.